I have been in situations where I've been told I'm not good enough. I've been in undesirable situations where, you know, somebody doesn't believe in me. But the most important thing is I believe in myself. From a young age, I did face challenges. I feel like I never quite fit in. I always navigated between that kind of cultural space, and you know, I looked different, I acted different because I played football, and I did have my challenges along the way. But what I would say is that I wouldn't change one thing. I would never change, because it shaped me, but it hadn't defined me. And I think in them moments I've been able to use them moments as fuel, as inspiration, and I now sit here today thinking, well, if it wasn't for all them difficult times and circumstances, I wouldn't have gone on to be the person I am today. I've always used injury, rejection as a platform, and I know for some it's really difficult. I think I've just had this inherent capacity within me just to reframe it. I love proving people wrong, and even more importantly, I love proving myself wrong. So I kind of just try to see the positive from it and how I can learn and how I can grow. And when I do reach kind of that success, or I come back from injury, or say I've been dropped out of the squad and I come back and I score that winning goal, there's no feeling like it in the world. And I just continue to strive to chase that feeling, really. So it's just all about how you frame it in your own mind. It's your relationship with resilience is really important, and I think what I do really well, or have done in the past, is that I haven't been completely absorbed by the bad circumstances. I've been able to create that little bit of distance between myself and the outcome that I want. And it's really difficult, and something that I've come to realise is that when I have been like in fear states, angry, upset, all these undesirable states of being, that's when I've performed at my worst. That's when I haven't got the outcomes that I've desired. And it might be a case that I work on what I need to work on, reframe it, and then I go away and I try and switch off to some degree. Whether that's like relaxing at home, just getting immersed in a TV programme, because if you become too overstimulated, we'll all know about that feeling. Like I remember when I was a young girl, and I think maybe it was like a talent camp that I was going to, and all the England scouts were there, and because I was so absorbed by that, I lost loads of sleep. I lost so much sleep. The next day I didn't perform, I didn't get selected, but the one time where I was relaxed, I went into a game playing for Leeds United at the time, and I had no idea that any scouts were there, and I was just free to express because I didn't put that pressure on myself. And that's something that I've learned and I use more now. So especially in high pressurised situations, I'm like, okay, right, Jess, I need to take a moment just to distance myself from it, relax into it, and then I know that I'm going to be in the right frame of mind to perform. The one thing that I would say for those that feel like things are out of their control, what's in your control is the way you think and feel and how you deal with a situation. Everybody's perspective is different, but you've got the ability to change your perspective. And it sounds easier than it is done, of course it does, but it's just the habits that you formulate. So for example, something that I did, and it took me a long time to discover, because I know that football for me, I endured poor circumstances. I lived in rough areas of Leeds. It was challenging at times. Like I said, I looked different. Sometimes I felt different. But football gave me presence of mind, and it gave me that distance. And then when I come to retirement and the awful news what I had with my injury as well, it was like, how do I recreate that so I can create something new in my life? And I did that through self-inquiry. So I looked at kind of the qualities that football give me. How can I transfer that? How can I then create that distance to actually figure out who I am? Because yeah, I'm Jess Clarke, the football player, but I'm also more than a football player, and I could add value in whatever I do. And it took me a long time to recognise that, but sitting with myself, understanding some of my past experiences, how I can utilise them now through meditation practices, self-regulation practices, breath work methods. These things are free and they're available, but they are more powerful than you can ever imagine if used in the right way. The biggest lesson that adversity has taught me is that you can use that as your platform. And I always say it in some when I interact or some of the talks, is that friction can lead us to expand. And again, it's just how you reframe things. I have been in situations where I've been told I'm not good enough. I've been in undesirable situations where, somebody doesn't believe in me. But the most important thing is I believe in myself, and it's kind of navigating through that, not the conditioned beliefs of other people. It's the relationship that you have with yourself that's the most important thing in any adversity that you have, and that's something that inherently I've just had the capacity to be able to do, and something that I like to try and share some of that knowledge, because football has given me a platform, fantastic, but I'm just like every single person out there. My upbringing, it was difficult, and that visibility, going into the community and helping those that may not believe in themselves, but half the time, if you actually look deep, half of them beliefs come from someone else. It comes from an experience that someone else, told you, or an experience in school. Or I remember when I was in school actually, and before we could leave our lesson, we had to do our alphabets. Could I do my alphabet? I was in primary school, by the way, just to emphasise. I wasn't in high school. Couldn't do my alphabet. That gave me the fear of public speaking. I didn't recognise that. So anytime I was for a long time I didn't recognise it, anytime I was in a social situation, my heart would be like, and I was like, why am I feeling like this? And we'll all have that, like we'll get out of bed on a morning, we won't understand why we're feeling unmotivated, we don't understand why we're stressed, we're depressed, but it begins with actually like narrowing in on some of the experiences that you've had. And then I was like, oh wow, that's the reason why. That experience there actually determined how I now feel today. So how do I change that? Because I'm not that little girl anymore. I've grown, and experienced, I've gained so much more knowledge, and I am capable.